But then, like we said, Friday, 11 p.m., Drake drops Family Matters. 7.5 minutes, three different beats, some weird visuals. Uh,
Yeah, I think the visuals had meaning, but when you
yeah,
put them all
sure.
together, it is a little weird. But the New Ho King restaurant that Kendrick referenced,
Right.
he went
He's
to
in
the
there.
restaurant. He's there. It appears to be the owner. I'm not sure, that has not been confirmed.
Threw,
I have
threw
not
all the
confirmed that.
bling on the owner.
Yeah, he has the bling on. Um, there's there's a video towards the beginning. Like there's a clip of a tow truck towing a minivan.
It's supposed to be the van from Good Kid, Mad City.
Got it. Okay,
He
so
references it towards the end when it's the third beat.
got it. Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, so yes, it had like it was like but as I suspected, it was very produced.
Yes.
It wasn't like, oh, we're just gonna throw this thing together,
No.
and he didn't do he didn't do what Kendrick's been doing, and just putting out the audio with like over an image and
Right.
then keeping it moving, which I'm not knocking. I'm just different styles, the two of
Different
them.
style for sure.
But I suspected that because Drake is Drake,
Right.
and not in personality, but in fame and celebrity and cachet,
Right.
and that means that whatever
Noises.
whatever um whatever he puts out is always very heavily produced. And are you serious?
Crush the van from the good cover of Good Kid, Mad City. Yeah, that was the whole concept. He references it at the end, Josh.
Got it.
Towards
Yeah.
the end, when the beat switches the third time, he says "Good Kid, Mad City, van," and then he says something after.
Okay.
So, yeah, he made
Makes
sure to
sense.
let us know. Yeah, but you're absolutely right. It was we got some visuals. He made sure he put a lot of thought into this. Immediately when the song starts, you notice
Hmm.
Family Matters begins where push-ups left off.
Yeah.
And that same little piece of the end of push-ups
Hmm.
is where Family Matters starts for the first, I don't know, minute and a half, 2 minutes. Um, and came right back with that. So I guess, and we spoke about this off pod, but I guess that was gonna be the next record. But then he heard 616 and said, "Oh, okay. Well, he heard Euphoria and 616 and said, all right, I got to do more than this." And
Right.
then he put the other two beats with it. I want to start by saying, um, you know, this is a good record. Family Matters is another good record from Drake. I
Mhm.
think. I think he did his thing. I think that you could see that he listened to Euphoria. He listened to 616. He responds to some things directly. And once again, he makes sure to address the field.
Yeah,
He says
he did.
people's government names.
Leland Wayne,
Yep. He
Metro
says people.
Boomin,
Yep. He says people's government
Abel,
names.
The
Um,
Weekend.
yep. He speaks about Future as well. He says we never even really went through no drama. I don't know what's going on. And he said, it gotta be Future. It gotta be Metro Boomin's ass influencing you. He speaks about, the weekend harmonizing. He speaks about, I'm gonna get arrested when I kill you, and Rick Ross is gonna read me my Miranda rights.
He did say
Uh,
that.
yep. He brings up Ozempic again.
Everyone has brought up Ozempic. Ozempic
Ozempic is the
is
real
the real
Ozempic is the real
star.
winner of this battle.
Yeah, because if you weren't thinking about Ozempic before, you're thinking about it now.
Definitely. Hard not to now.
Hmm.
So Ozempic was brought up. He addressed a lot. And it was a good record. It
Hmm.
was a good record. I
I
think
thought
this
so
is a
too.
solid record. What'd you say?
I thought so too. I thought it was solid.
Yeah, I've listened to it a
Good.
couple times, even though it's way too long, 7.5 minutes. It didn't need to be 7.5 minutes. I would
How
like to
long
say
did
that.
you think it? How long did you think it needed to be?
Well, me personally, I don't need the first 2 minutes to the beat that push up ends with. I know he's trying to come and do his normal Drake thing, diss you over a party record.
They
I
coming to
didn't
get
need it.
Diddy again.
They
Sorry,
coming to get rid of me. Yep, that's true. Um, I didn't
allegedly.
need that. We could have
Yeah,
got straight into the real raps. Uh, you know, and then they're copying each other a little bit. You know, on Family Matters, Drake says, "Day free for like a long time." He holds the E,
yeah,
and shake that ass for free, but not that free, my nigga Dave. It was cool. I didn't
right.
need any of that. I didn't. And we could have went straight to the second beat, because like I said Friday, and I think this is gonna be a theme that we continue with on this pod. We'll see, but
Uh-huh.
I don't think doing records that are gonna make people shake their ass is gonna do this. Is gonna win this battle, especially for Drake, because we've seen that so many times from you. It's kind of
Mhm.
your MO. And I think Kendrick has proven your MO is not going to work this time
Mhm.
around. You really got to get in there and rap. Yeah, close the curtains. It's about to get dark in here. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Come to the dark
This
side. You know
this
what I'm
is
saying?
normally closed during weeknights. I don't. I guess I'm not used. I'm a
It's all
little
good.
thrown off with the live.
No, no, it's all good. No worries. It's different for me too. I had to set up all my stuff differently. But yeah, so I think I didn't personally need that first minute and a half or whatever.
Mhm.
It's cool that you got this bouncy beat, and it's cool, it's playful, but I didn't need that. The real rap started to me the second beat. Um and I think 7.5 minutes is a lot when there's a lot of fluff. And I gave the same critique of Kendrick, right? I said in Euphoria, I didn't really need that beginning part, even though it's all right.
Mhm.
616, it was like, all right, you playing around a little bit. I don't think this is the play around beef. I think this beef has been hard hitting enough that we just got to come out swinging, not singing.
I think
So,
the beef has been pretty unserious. Well, okay,
oh, I don't think so.
we didn't get to the serious stuff yet, but I
No, I'm
think
talking about just to the point of Family Matters.
right. I think I think they kind of been, jabbing and making fun, and I'm gonna talk about your height and stuff like that. I think
That's
it
what
took
Drake
a
did,
turn.
but that's not what Kendrick did. Even on Euphoria,
No,
that wasn't playful.
yeah, but it's still. I mean, going from Euphoria to where we are now, things
Sure.
got real in a
Yeah.
real, in a really
I
real
mean, to
way.
me, to me, Drake had a specific tone with push-ups and with
Hmm.
tailor-made freestyle. Once
Hmm.
Euphoria came, all that shit went out the window.
Well, right. I mean, he had to. Drake had to, in his own way, come at it differently because
Mhm.
then you got to be able to match this person's energy or at least attempt to. You can't, which we'll get to, because I don't know that. I honestly think Drake is a little too arrogant for his own good, but um yeah, I think you got to try to match each other's energy. And so when your opponent steps up his game, like, not that he wasn't stepped up, but when he takes it to another level, or when the vibe shifts, you got to shift with the vibe. I feel like that's yes, I
Right.
feel like that's when, Drake was like, "Oh shoot, another
Yeah.
one."
Right.
This is not for play anymore. Okay.
Right. And
Sort
so
of, because today I don't even know what Drake is thinking, but we'll get there.
I walked away from Family Matters on first listen thinking two
Mhm.
things. One, is Drake trying to leave this battle? Because he
I don't
said,
understand that.
I'm going on vacation. Y'all niggas get it together. I
Right.
was like, sir, you can't be telling niggas yo, I'm ready. As soon as you drop, I'm on your ass. And then say, hey, I'm going on vacation, y'all. Have a good one. And the second thing, which I told you because we spoke minutes, we spoke right after it dropped, um, was Family Matters did not feel like a knockout punch. I was very surprised that Drake said, I'm going on vacation. Yeah, he hit back, but this
He
didn't
did.
feel like closing the chapter or closing the book or a knockout punch. And I was like, the way that Kendrick has been coming at you these last two records, again, just right there, before we even get to everything else, just
Hmm.
on first listen, I was like, I don't know if this is going to do it. Kendrick didn't seem like he was done. And this didn't seem to me like Family Matters was the one, as we say.
I think Drake thought that because he is who he is, and this is why I say he's a little too arrogant for his own good. I think Drake thought that he was gonna show up, he was gonna say what he said, and then say, I said what I said.
See you
And
later.
that was gonna be it. And we were all gonna be like, okay, let's all go back to our corners. Kendrick was gonna say, okay, time to go back to my corner. And that is just simply, I don't underestimate your opponent.
And
Don't
yes.
and and Kendrick hasn't really been missing. So I think I
And he
think
pummeled him back with back to back, beating Drake on all the metrics people rewarded him for. That man was begging for Kendrick to drop, only for him to say Kendrick did too much. Yes, yes,
right.
that is true, Josh.
Absolutely. Which is why it's like, what did you showed up now and now you're saying, okay, I'm done? Huh?
Yeah, it's weird.
And we talked last week because I know my tone is very different from last week. But last week I was like, oh, Drake, when Drake comes back,
Right.
we're gonna get Drake of yesteryear. We're gonna get the Drake that has the intensity and the passion,
We spoke
and
about timestamp
he's
Drake.
right, and he's just gonna be doing this because this is what he loves to do. And I don't think Drake likes to rap anymore, and that's a different conversation. We could have it another time, but I don't
Yikes.
think Drake likes to rap anymore. I am convinced, and I think he does it because it's his job. And honestly, that's how you know it's time to leave a job. But we can have that
When you only
conversation,
there so you don't get fined?
right? But we can have that conversation another time. Like, this is the way he maintains his lifestyle. This is how he makes his bread and butter. Like, you know what I mean? I just feel like
Yeah.
this feels very much like I don't want to do this no more. But and he's in the middle of the battle. I feel like saying I don't want to do this no more,
It's weird.
but he
It
can't
was
not.
weird. It was weird when he said, I'm going on vacation. Again, to me, I thought it was a good effort, Family Matters, but it didn't feel like a knockout punch. And it very much felt like, I'm going to slide out of here. I see y'all later.
Right. Like maybe if I don't go too hard, then he won't come back. I don't
Yeah.
know what he thought. I don't. I really don't. I feel like there is a Drake that lives inside of his body that can do what we thought he was gonna do, but that Drake
Uh-huh.
is just not showing up.
Yeah. And I want to be clear. I agree with you. I think, but I don't want to make it seem like I think these records suck. I want to
Yeah,
reiterate.
they did it. They
Right. I
did.
want to reiterate that Drake's records have been solid. They just haven't been on the Kendrick level. And that shows greatly when Family Matters when Meet the Grams drops minutes later.